Please be mindful of this story that you see coming out, the story of the winter storm Juno. All right, talking about the blizzard of 2015, the idea of hyping it up, and then the idea of giving it a second name, Colby, Colby Collie or Colette. I'm not quite sure of the name, but how you say it, but I'll go ahead and put it in the title. Anyways, it's going to go back to the idea of Juno and the idea of the Queen of Heaven, or the sibling of Saturn, right? Right, the timekeepers, the idea of going back into that system. All right, so then that then leads you into the idea of Queen of Heaven, or the Queen L, which, if you would like to see more on that, look at my The Man Who Would Be King videos, and I'll list them below. Anyways, back to the transvestigation. That you can see as a man, a dressed up drag type. In fact, I'm going to show you more. This looking very much like Jennifer Aniston. You can see the long arm, the wide shoulders, the man reach, the man gait. And in fact, this next picture will go ahead and give you the man gait. The guy in the back's looking at, he's can't figure out what he's looking at. He's came to see Colby Cowler there. He's looking at man ass. You can look at that. That's a dude giving a press conference. Look at above the eyes, the eye ridge above the eyebrow. Again, the dude will go ahead and go through a costume change and makeup being taken off. Look at the chin, the mouth, the nose, the forehead. Now this is full drag. Colby Cowlet, full drag queen. Dude, absolutely guaranteed. Any questions? If you have any questions, that's not a dude. Look at these two dudes bumping uglies right here. Those two dudes are two dudes pushing up on each other. Okay, in this video I'd like to prove to you that this is a man. Men and women have different ratios that you can tell while walking, regardless of the finer points, Concentrate on the legs. Notice that men, even at this age, have the same angles. Women, same angles. You can even see the child on the ground, the same angle. Men and women are different at all ages, all races. It doesn't matter. There are certain differences that men and women have because God created men and women. Okay? So I'm going to show you a few more pictures. Just get the idea that there is a way that you can see, and in fact, you know that. You see people all the time from behind or wherever, and you know that that's a woman or that's a man. You know that. You just know it. All right. So then we have these leaders who are in fact having children, or telling you they're having children, but they're all men. So it's not possible that they could have produced a child unless they're donating their sperm, right? So then the women would just be some surrogate mother somewhere unknown, who knows, doesn't matter. They may not even know it at the end of the day, just so you know. They may have an inkling, of course. They personally may know, but they'll just be put away as a nutter if they ever came out and said, oh, I was the one who had the baby. Yeah, right? So anyways, so that's pretty much covered, because they'll be shouted down by the good people, the good townsfolk will shout them down before the royalty even need to hear from them, because everyone loves their royalty. They love to be put upon, and they especially love to be put upon by men that look like women. Okay, so anyways, let's go through the proof. I want to show you some pictures of her walking with William, of course. You'll see he's a man. You'll see he's a man. I'll show you some pictures. Notice these women, they have the shorter digit. That you see that regardless of race, you see these are women. Those were women's hands. That's a man's hand. That's Michael Obama, man's hand. The next will be Princess Kate, a man with man hands. Okay, Pampa wants to do De Niro.
Yeah, I do what I do best, and I take scores. You do what you do best. Try to stop guys like me.
Okay, I'm going to coin a new term, a blokey chick, which is an English term for a man and an American term for just a woman, but not someone you really care about, just a chick. So it's a blokey chick. This person was born a man, i.e. the definition of blokey chick. So if you're asking me, what do I mean? I'm telling you, this person was born a man and now is pretending to be a woman married to this person. The second in line to the throne of the shitty little suburb of the international world known as England. Yes, I understand that most people are thinking it's a woman because they told you it was a woman, but if you recall, this person was never pregnant. That's a fact. If we look at the dress of this woman, you will notice they like to use a belt. Just like the Michael Obama character, they like to cover up the shoulders, the shoulder muscles, but they also like to use a belt, or they like to stitch in the waist to make it look like he has a hourglass figure or a woman's shape. You also notice that he has a distinct habit of holding his hands in front of his package, as if somebody was going to take it, you know. And it's something that you'll notice the more you look into this character. Very rarely are there pictures of the person, the he, that you can now see that's a man. There are 4 men in that room, 5 actually. I don't know what the camera person is. Just like the Michael Obama and what is his Barack Obama. This you're looking at an early version of the same thing. You know, girls just wanting to have fun, right? But they're men. Right here, if proportionality is correct, these are both men. I did want to show you this picture. It shows you the perfect...
Hey Dave, can you sing Flat Asses and Man Legs?
Flat asses and man legs is all I'm seeing in the news today. Flat asses and man legs is all I see in the news today. That's a man's man, everybody can see. That's a man's man, everybody can see. Everything in the news today is flat asses and man legs. So anyways, you have the man hands, you have the man gait, you have the Clydesdale man legs. That's a man. Sequencing that I'm talking about, how she has the blokey walk with the arm length. Do you see how she's having to bend her wrist up just to hold it, because hers is just as long. She has man arms. It normally should fit, but it doesn't, because these are both men. So they pretended to have a baby. You can tell, still covering the goodies, the same motion. Never pregnant. A man. You can see right here. Hold that picture. I'm going to show you right here some very interesting points. A little bit of the costume giving way, of course, as you can see. They love the fact that they're putting these men. Look at this man arm. They love the fact that they're putting these men, and they love the fact when they give the little upskirt of the men, and all the men of the world go running around acting as if they saw some princess's ass when they saw some blokey chick's ass. Some flat little blokey chick's bottom and some dude's legs. Big deal. That person, that dude never had a baby. Didn't happen. Just an athletic dude. Okay, let's move more into the area where I can just show you things. Okay, I can show you the fake pregnancy. You can see that that's she's showing you a baby, and still, you know, they forgot to take the little fake womb thing off. That picture, you can see the fake eyebrow falling off. This, you can see the man arms, right? That, you can see the man buns. You can see the man legs. This, you can look at the side of this person and see that the crease to make them look like a female is photoshopped. All these photos were photoshopped. You shouldn't have to do that if it's a woman, but this is a man, so they've been photoshopped. That's a man's gait. Now I'm going to show you next to other men, and you will see that she has a man's gait. You saw that with the pictures, that you can just tell a man from a woman by their gait. You can see that's just a dude sticking his gut out. She's not pregnant. They like to design with the long hair to cover up the shoulders like they do with Michelle. The whole thing about the holding the hands in front has to be a byproduct of the missing parts. That's a man's bottom. That's a man, and then you see how they put actually, let's go back to that. No, this is just a good example of how they use fashion to give you the false sense of a waist. They're trying to show you that the waist is higher up like a woman, when in fact it's not. This is a dude. Once in a while wearing stuffed bras. Most of the time just acting like a dude who's pretending to be a woman. Here with the other woman a man who's pretending to be a woman. Here's a woman. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is of course a woman, and what I'm about to show you is the back end of what they claim is Princess Kate. She's a man. You can't look at this ass looking at you and tell me that's not a dude. That's a dude's body. Look at the crease right where he bends over. That's a dude. Those are dude's butt cheeks. Those are dude's legs. That's a dude, Princess William, I believe, slathering oil on a man's ass. And they're telling you that that's a woman. This person had replacement therapy. They were born a man. They're pretending to be a woman. That's a man. All right? So don't tell me, don't show me those stupid pictures of this man in a bikini. I've seen those. I've already done the Photoshop, the photo analysis shop on them, and they always Photoshop the side. It's always Photoshopped on the side. They always do that, and then they always Photoshop this guy's big ass legs out. They always like to chop this top part out. They couldn't get away with this because, I don't know, they must have forgot. They always leave something. That's a dude's ass now. You do see that, right? Long live the queens. A little bonus for all of those that have stayed this long. You fantasized about a queen. You even may have thought about inside. Yuck. Turns out there's just a blokey dude with a princely oiled butt.
And now, a special report from Tyree Thurston.
So the day starts out with my car being out in Palmdale for some reason, and I've never even been to Palmdale. Coyote Rusher's never been to Palmdale, yet my car's out there getting its tires rotated. In fact, they were put on backwards for some reason. I'm not even sure how that happened. Moving forward, you bring this story about some airmen arrested for trying to join ISIS as a hoax. I've told you this a million times. I was on top of that story in Afghanistan during the flu season. I was on top of that Pulitzer Prize, baby. They pulled it right from under me. I don't even know what happened. Coyote Rusher saw this thing coming a mile away. Did you recall when I was in the old country and I was going through those tunnels and I even had to leave the markings of my own leavings so I could find my way back? It was a horrible situation, something that Coyote Rusher never wants to live through again. This is news. Do you remember when Coyote Rusher said that my favorite dinner was chitlins and fried chicken and I was called a racist? That's just because those people don't know nothing about my upbringing.